Level 1. The door. You're 19. Everything you know about computers came from YouTube tutorials and forums and a laptop you bought with graduation money. You're not a genius. You're patient. You read documentation that other people skip. You try things that other people assume won't work. That's the entire advantage. Patience and a Wi-Fi adapter you bought online for $37. You start with your apartment building's Wi-Fi. You run the adapter in monitor mode. You capture a handshake from your neighbor's router. You crack the password in 14 minutes. You're inside their network. You can see their devices, their traffic, their browsing history. You don't take anything. You just look. Because looking is the drug before the drug. The neighbor streams movies every night. He orders groceries online. He checks his bank balance on Tuesdays. You know his routine better than he does, and he doesn't know you exist. You're 3 walls away watching his life scroll past in packets. The access feels like a secret, and secrets feel like power, and power feels like the opposite of 19 and broke. You move to credential stuffing. Leaked password databases are free if you know where to find them. Billions of email and password combinations from old data breaches. People reuse passwords. The same password for their email and their bank and their shopping account and the forum they signed up for in 2014. You write a script that tests leaked combinations against live login pages. Banks, streaming services, shopping accounts. The script runs overnight. By morning, you have 400 working logins. You sell them on a forum. Streaming accounts for $2 each. Shopping accounts with saved credit cards for $5. Bank logins you don't touch yet. Too risky. Not enough skill. Your first week makes $340 from a script that runs while you sleep. The money changes the math. $340 is groceries for a month. $340 is the electric bill that's been yellow for 2 weeks. You didn't plan this as a career. You planned it as a weekend. But weekends have a way of becoming Mondays when the money works. You tell yourself you're not hurting anyone. Streaming accounts. Shopping logins. They reset their password and move on. Nobody loses money. Nobody loses sleep. But every login you sell is a door you opened into someone else's life. And you're getting faster at opening doors. Every system has a door. Every door has a lock. Every lock has a flaw. You just have to be patient enough to find it. The $37 adapter taught you that. The 400 logins confirmed it. The $340 made it real. You run the script for 3 months. The logins pile up. The forums pay in crypto. The crypto converts to cash through an exchange that doesn't ask questions. You average $600 a week. Not a salary. Not a career. A current that flows while you sleep. You start noticing doors everywhere. The coffee shop Wi-Fi that uses the default admin password. The small business website running software from 2017. The login page that doesn't lock after 10 failed attempts. Doors. Everywhere. Once you learn to see them, you can't stop seeing them. The world is made of systems, and every system was built by someone who made a mistake, and every mistake is a door. The rent is 11 days late. The script is already running again. Level 2. The Phish. You build your first phishing page. A pixel-perfect copy of a bank login screen. You register a domain 1 letter off from the real one. You send emails that look like security alerts. Unusual activity detected on your account. Verify your identity immediately. The link goes to your page. They type their username. They type their password. They click submit. The page says, "Thank you, your account has been secured." They go back to their day. You have their credentials. 1,200 emails. 41 people enter their details. A 3.4% conversion rate. Better than most marketing campaigns. Your degree never taught you this. The internet did. The first time you check a stolen bank login and see a balance of $14,000, you sit back in your chair and stare at it. $14,000. Sitting there. 1 transfer away. You don't take it. Not yet. But you screenshot it. You save the screenshot in a folder on your desktop. The folder is called proof. Proof that the door is real and the money is on the other side. You meet Dree on a forum. She's a handle and a typing pattern and nothing else. No photo. No voice. No video call. Ever. She sees your phishing pages and says the design is clean, but the email copy is amateur. She rewrites your templates. The conversion rate doubles. She knows how people read fear. She knows the exact words that make someone click before they think. Your account will be suspended in 24 hours. Unauthorized purchase of $499. People don't read when they're scared. They click. Dree teaches you targeting. Stop spraying randomly. Research the company first. Find the employees on LinkedIn. Use their names in the email. Reference their department. The more specific the email, the higher the conversion. A generic phishing email converts at 3%. A targeted one converts at 12. 12% of people will give you their password if you say their name first. You and Dree split the operation. She writes the social engineering, the emails, the pretexts, the urgency. You build the infrastructure, the fake pages, the credential harvesters, the proxy chains that hide your location. You sell the stolen credentials in bulk on dark web markets. 5,000 bank logins packaged as a database for $1,200. The buyer uses them. You never know how. You communicate through encrypted channels only. No real names. No phone numbers. No video. You know Dree as a username and a writing style. She knows you the same way. The separation is built into the relationship, not as a plan, as a habit. You are a username to each other, and that's all you'll ever be. You run phishing campaigns every 2 weeks. Each campaign hits 10 to 15,000 inboxes. The targets come from scraped email lists, corporate employees, small business owners, people with .edu addresses, people with old Yahoo accounts that haven't changed their password since 2016. The net is wide and the conversion is small, but small percentages of large numbers are still large numbers. A 3.4% conversion on 12,000 emails is 408 credentials. 408 people who clicked a link and typed their password into a page you built in an afternoon. 408 doors opened. You package them. You sell them. You start the next campaign. $8,000 a month. You never leave your apartment. You never see a victim's face. You see email addresses and passwords on a screen. The distance is the thing that makes it possible. If you had to watch someone type their password while looking them in the eye, you couldn't do this. But you don't. Level 3. The lock. Dree introduces you to ransomware. Not writing it. Deploying it. A ransomware kit you buy on a dark web market for $3,000. It encrypts every file on a network. Documents, databases, spreadsheets, photos, everything locked behind a key that only you hold. A countdown timer appears on every screen. Pay $50,000 in Bitcoin within 72 hours, or the files are deleted permanently. Your first target is a small accounting firm. 14 employees. You get in through a phishing email Dree wrote. One employee clicks the link. You're inside the network within 4 minutes. You deploy the ransomware at 2 a.m. on a Saturday. By Monday morning, every computer in the office displays the ransom note. They pay within 9 hours. $50,000 in Bitcoin. Split with Dree and the kit developer. Your cut is $20,000. For 1 weekend of work. You move to bigger targets. A law firm. $150,000. A manufacturing company. $300,000. A chain of dental clinics that can't access patient records. $85,000. Every target pays because the alternative is worse. Rebuilding from scratch costs more than the ransom. The insurance covers the payment. Nobody calls the police. They just pay and they move on, and they upgrade their security 3 months too late. Dree finds the targets. She researches their revenue, their IT infrastructure, their cyber insurance coverage. She knows which companies can afford to pay and which ones will pay fast. She calls it target qualification. Like a sales pipeline. You build the deployment. You manage the encryption keys. You handle the Bitcoin wallets. You send the decryption tool after payment. You are customer service for extortion. The dental clinics bother you the most. Not because of the money. Because of the voicemail. The receptionist leaves a voicemail on the ransom contact number. She's crying. She says they can't access the appointment system. Patients are showing up and they don't know who has appointments and who doesn't. An elderly man drove 45 minutes for a root canal and they can't confirm he's in the system. She says, please. You hear the voicemail at 2 a.m. on your laptop speakers in your apartment. You send the decryption key after they pay. The voicemail stays on the server. You don't delete it. You don't listen to it again either. 11 months. 14 targets. $2.1 million total. Your cut after splits is $840,000. You haven't left your apartment in 3 days. You order food delivery. You write code. You deploy. You wait. You collect. The apartment smells like energy drinks, and the blue light from 3 monitors is the only light you've seen since Tuesday. The routine is the same every time. Dre sends the target profile on an encrypted channel. You review the IT infrastructure. You find the way in. Usually a phishing email. Sometimes an unpatched server. Sometimes an employee with admin credentials and a password from 2019. The door is always there. You just have to look long enough. You deploy at night. Always between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. When nobody is watching. When the IT staff is home. When the building is empty and the servers are running and nobody will notice until morning. By then the encryption is complete. Every file on every machine. Locked. The ransom note appears on every screen like wallpaper. Like you redecorated their entire office overnight. The payments come in Bitcoin. No handshake. No signature. No eye contact. Just a number on a screen and a decryption key you send in return. The transaction is cleaner than buying groceries. You tell yourself every target is a corporation. They have insurance. They have IT budgets. They have backups they should have tested. Nobody gets hurt. Files get locked and files get unlocked and money changes wallets and the system continues. That's the story you tell yourself. The story works until level 4. Level 4. The screen. The target is a regional hospital network. 3 locations. 1,200 employees. Dre qualified it. Revenue high. IT infrastructure outdated. Cyber insurance confirmed. You hesitate for the first time. She says hospitals pay the fastest because they can't afford downtime. She's right. You know she's right. That's the problem. You deploy on a Thursday night at 11 p.m. By Friday at 5:47 a.m., every screen in 3 hospital locations displays the ransom note. $800,000 in Bitcoin. 72 hours. The clock starts. What you don't think about while you set the timer. The electronic health records are locked. Every patient's medication list. Every allergy. Every dosage. Every surgical history. Every lab result. Locked behind your encryption key. The key you're holding for $800,000. Alan is the overnight IT administrator at the main hospital location. He gets the call at 5:47 a.m. He drives to the hospital in 11 minutes. He tries to isolate the network. Too late. The encryption spread to every connected system. Backup servers encrypted. Pharmacy databases locked. Lab results inaccessible. Imaging archives gone. He starts calling vendors and the FBI simultaneously. He won't go home for 71 hours. A doctor in the ICU needs a patient's medication history. The system is down. The patient is 81 years old and on 7 medications. The doctor asks the patient's daughter. She doesn't know all of them. She knows 3, maybe 4. The doctor makes a decision based on incomplete information because your code took away the complete information. The patient has a reaction. Not fatal, but not nothing. Not nothing at all. The hospital pays on Saturday morning. $800,000 in Bitcoin. You send the decryption key. Systems come back online Sunday. Alan is still at the hospital. He hasn't been home since Friday. His hands shake when he types the decryption verification because 71 hours without sleep will do that to a person, and so will knowing that the person who did this is sitting somewhere comfortable watching a countdown timer like it's a delivery tracker. You read about the hospital in a news article 3 days later. The article mentions the patient reaction. The article mentions the 71-hour recovery. The article mentions that the hospital's IT administrator stayed on-site for the entire weekend. The article doesn't mention your name. Nobody knows your name. That's the whole point. The distance kept you safe, and the distance is what made it possible to do this to someone you'd never do it to in person. The FBI Cyber Division traces the Bitcoin through 6 wallets. They don't find you. They find Dre. The VPN she trusted kept logs when it promised it didn't. They arrest her at her apartment. 25 years old. 3 laptops. 1.4 million in crypto across 12 wallets. They find chat logs with your username. Your username connects to a Tor relay that connects to a burner laptop you bought with cash at a pawn shop 2 years ago. The laptop is in a dumpster behind a gas station. The relay is shut down. The username is a dead end. The FBI knows a second operator exists. They have code samples. They have a writing pattern. They don't have a person. You shut everything down the day you see the arrest on a forum. You destroy 3 hard drives. You wipe the burner. You move to a different apartment. You delete every wallet address, every forum account, every encrypted channel. The infrastructure that took 2 years to build disappears in 4 hours. You get a job at a tech repair shop. $16 an hour. Fixing laptops. Replacing screens. Recovering files for people who didn't back up their photos. 3 months later, a woman brings in a laptop. She says the screen went blue and now her files won't open. You look at it. Ransomware. Not yours. Someone else's. A different variant. Different encryption. Same result. Her family photos. Her tax documents. Her daughter's college application essays. All locked behind someone else's key. She asks if you can fix it. You look at the ransomware and you understand every line of what it's doing because you used to build the thing that does this. You decrypt it in 40 minutes. Free. She cries. She says you saved everything. She says these photos are all she has of her mother. You saved them. Someone else locked them. But the tool is the same. The knowledge is the same. The door opens both ways. You can lock every system you touch. You choose not to. But the choice doesn't erase the knowledge. The knowledge is permanent. And every Wi-Fi network you walk past, and every login screen you see, and every system you touch for the rest of your life will have a door, and you will see it, and you will know exactly how to open it. Dre writes you one message from federal detention, routed through 3 people to reach a dead drop you forgot to delete. One line. The door is still there. You just stopped walking through it. Every system has a door. The skill is finding it. The sentence is knowing you always will.